9 o'clock. It is 69 degrees. Today, scattered showers and storms, partly sunny, high of 73 at the lake, 78 inland. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy, low of 63 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Elizabeth Lintonen. Additional items and human remains were found in the remote Washington area that could belong to Travis Decker. He's the father accused of killing his 3 young daughters before disappearing into the woods. Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison says the first items were found Thursday afternoon with the help of a drone.
We found additional body parts today to include 2 feet, some femurs, and also some vertebrae. We've requested that these items also be sent off to Washington State Patrol's crime lab for additional testing.
Morrison also says what was located yesterday was sent to the lab, and investigators went back out and uncovered more additional items. New information in a crash that killed 3 people on Milwaukee's west side Tuesday. According to the criminal complaint, a 17-year-old girl was allegedly driving the car that was fleeing police when it ran a red light near 35th and Valete. 19-year-old Traven Lawson was allegedly pointing a gun at the driver of the van, telling her not to stop for law enforcement. Lawson was originally thought to be the driver of the vehicle. The crash killed a 50-year-old mother and her 2 sons, ages 21 and 15, as they were heading home from soccer practice. A 16-year-old who was also in the car corroborated the story. The debate of criminal bonds have Milwaukee residents frustrated that repeated offenders get out of jail and keep causing crime in the community. Milwaukee County District Attorney Kent Laverne tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News the reasoning behind the bonds that are set.
We have to be understanding of the reality here that we issue thousands of felony cases every year. And just from a logistics standpoint, there are only so many beds in the county jail to house people. And so not that that's the barometer that we look at as an office. We make bail recommendations based on what we think is simply appropriate.
Laverne says that there are cases that involve non-criminal offenses that must be taken into account as well. A unique question will be asked of jurors in the pending criminal trial of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan.
Dugan is set to go to trial in December on federal criminal charges that accuse her of obstructing immigration agents trying to arrest an undocumented Mexican migrant outside her courtroom earlier this year. Prospective jurors will be asked about their news sources and past political activities. If convicted of the charges levied against her, Dugan could be sentenced to up to 6 years in prison. Sean Brinda, WTMJ News.
Slenderman stabber Morgan Geyser was placed in a mental institution and is now released with his supervision. Attorney Anthony Cotton tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News what the future holds for her.
As time goes by, the goal is to reintegrate Morgan into the community. I mean, she went into custody. Think about it. 12 years old, she went into custody, and this is her first time out of custody from 12 to 22 or 23 years old.
Cotton says learning to adjust in a group home will take time, but she will one day reintegrate with society. A member of the Green Bay School Board who resigned earlier this year is now charged with election fraud. Charges against Cowley were filed on Friday in Brown County. School District Board member Alex Minot tells our partners at NBC 26 that Lee should never have been on the board since he never resided in the district to begin with.
If we have somebody on our school board who is, not part of our school district, and how can we expect them to take all of our best interests in mind when they're making such incredibly important decisions?
Lee is scheduled to appear in court on November 19th. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 9:05.
Sponsored by Accunet Mortgage.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
After writing 3 unsuccessful offers, Brenda decided to make a no-regrets offer on this next property. She offered $35,000 over asking and promised to complete the purchase even if the appraised value came in as much as $25,000 below the accepted offer price. Why? Because she was tired of losing, and because her Accunet loan consultant showed her that even in her worst-case scenario, no additional money would be needed at closing, and her payment, which on this home was much more affordable than others she wrote offers on, would only increase by $17 a month. Brenda's no-regrets offer, backed up by a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from Accunet, was accepted over several others. And wouldn't you know, the appraised value came in at the significantly higher than asking purchase price, which happens 9 out of 10 times in our experience. If you or someone you know wants help understanding what a no-regrets pre-approval might look like, get started by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com. You
know, James, we'll be running this place together for a while, and one day, hopefully, you and your kids will be doing the same.
That's the plan, Dad. And we're making changes so we stay ahead of the game.
Like the new Marty's Pizza Delafield.com?
We've made it extremely easy for both our young and older customers to make fast online orders.
It is really convenient, but if you like to call your orders in, a friendly Marty's Pizza employee will be there to answer with a smile.
Remember Marty's Pizza, right off of I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield.
And at marty'spizzadelafield.com.
Dad, it's been almost 7 decades, and I think we just keep getting better.
And we've been in Delafield since 1982. We've been very fortunate.
At Marty's Pizza, we do our best to keep prices at a value.
And we stay true to our roots with the tastiest thin pepperoni we can find. 100% of real mozzarella cheese, our very own exclusive sausage, and an almost 70-year-old sauce recipe, both which Marty himself taught us how to make.
Dad, we got to keep on trucking.
We will, son. We will.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers lost to the Cardinals 1-7 last night. They play again today at 6:15. Brewers warm-up starts right here on WTMJ at 5. Additionally, the Packers play the Browns tomorrow at noon. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We're seeing a construction closure at the Hale interchange. We're also seeing a crash that's on the ramp on Silver Spring Drive heading I-41 northbound. Other than that, no major delays.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Buy one dinner, get one free tonight at the historic Fox and Hounds Supper Club, including steak and lobster. And desserts are buy one, get one free. Tables are open, foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, scattered showers and storms, partly sunny, high of 73 at the lake, 78 inland. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy, scattered storms, low of 63. Tomorrow, scattered showers and storms, partly sunny, high of 75. Monday, scattered showers and storms, mostly cloudy, high of 75 degrees. Tuesday's chance of showers and storms, high of 73. Wednesday, sunny and cloudy, high of 68 degrees. Right now in Green Bay, it's 63. In Madison, it's 65. In Waukesha, it's 67. And in Milwaukee, it is 69 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Linton, and Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ news time is 9:08.
The following program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands. Need a vacation? Whether it's the trip of a lifetime or a weekend getaway, we can help. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Hey, some noise out here. How about this? Rose Gray to my left. That would be radio right. Would that be? That's how that works. And to my right, now we're sharing a headset, so you're gonna have to wait for me to talk real loud, or let me give you the headset. Gene Miller, radio legend here. So all the people that came to see Gene, I would say it's like 100-1 to see you versus me, but you are a legend. So. Set the scene, Rose. Why are we here today?
All right, we are doing the Fox World Travel Showcase at EAA. And I'm looking outside this amazing venue right now, and it's raining out there where we are here in Oshkosh. So we're here till 1 o'clock this afternoon. If you have not registered, we will still let you in. So friends and family and all that kind of stuff, you go right ahead and come on down, and you can actually still get in. We've got vendors, we've got cruise lines, we've got tour companies, we've got insurance companies, we've got Discover Oshkosh, we've got the Appleton Airport. And everybody's given swag. Who doesn't want swag? Everybody wants a bag of swag, right? So again, it's not that nice outside. You can meet Gene Miller. You can meet Steve Scaffidi. You can come on down. And I think the Herd, the basketball, the G League basketball team for the Bucks, they've got representation here today. Sometimes Pointer shows up at these things.
All right, so we're here to sell travel.
Yes, we are.
That's what we're doing. So I'm gonna hand the headset to Gene as we kick it off here, because he has a trip to sell. I got a trip to sell, but let's let Gene and Rose have a little conversation.
All right, so Gene has, I think with Fox World Travel, has done 5, 6 trips, 7 trips?
At least.
Yeah. So next year, 2026, Gene Miller is doing a trip that is actually the trip that Colleen Alsberg is taking right now. She is taking a group of people to fly to Lisbon today. So we're going to have even more information when she gets back about how wonderful this trip is. But we knew it was wonderful because this ship with our friends at Avalon Waterways, who are one of our sponsor partners here today, had built a new ship just for this river. So tell us the details and why you want people to join you.
May 30th through June 11th, one of the hottest destinations certainly on the planet remains Portugal. It's beautiful, it's historic, it's tasty on all levels with food, wine. That's a big part of this trip. But the culture, every time you do one of these trips to Europe, you're reminded just how young this country is, the United States, and you realize how much life and history has passed through Europe, and they had the presence of mind to preserve it. You will see that in Portugal. Portugal is small, it's friendly, it's easy, it's navigable. English speaking, so you'll be able to converse easily with the locals. And the thing I like, Rose, about this whole itinerary, as I broke it down again last night, there's one word that kept on popping up every day, and that word is or. You can do this, you can do that, or you can do this, or you could do that. You have options. You're not relegated to a hard, fast agenda or itinerary that doesn't give you any room to breathe or move or negotiate what you want to do on your own time. You have your own time. If you're one of those people that gets up at 5 in the morning and parties or tours until 10 at night until you drop practically, that's great. That option is there for you. But on the other hand, if you want to take it at your own pace and your own leisure and create your own pathways, you can do that. With a river cruise, what my wife Luann and I like personally is the fact your room comes with you. It's so easy. You unpack once. We start with 3 days in Lisbon, an historic city, again with its own culture, so many unique things to see, do, taste, and enjoy. And then from Lisbon, we go down the Douro into wine country, terraced wine gardens, and again, all that history, unique historic architecture that's been preserved for not decades, centuries. Like the 13th century, you'll see stuff that old with the stories behind it. It's all great stuff. And we're going at a time of the year when it's not going to be too busy. Portugal, like I said at the start, one of the hottest destinations on the planet, certainly in all of Europe. But summer season gets a little crowded, a lot crowded. We're going to be going late spring, before the summer rush. We'll have some room to breathe and relax and spread out a little. So we can't wait.
We're looking forward to it, but you don't want to wait. There is an early booking discount that still applies, and we want you to get that early booking discount. And if you're in the sound of our voice, I want you to understand there's 800 plus people coming to this event today, and we're going to be talking to them and putting them on this trip. So we've already are over halfway sold out on this trip. Don't wait. 866-GO-FOX-GO. Call on Monday. And we also want to encourage listeners right now, 855-616-1620, talk and text line. You want to go ahead and call in, that's great. We can take your calls, but you got a question, put it on the text line.
And I've been on a trip with G. Miller, and he's fun to travel with.
There you go.
That's the best testimony you could give. He does stuff with you. You get to hang out with you. You get to talk to him about radio stuff or whatever is going on in your life. We are here for the next, 50 minutes or so. I'll be here all morning meeting people. The people are so nice at this thing, by the way.
They are.
That's why I always come up. They're just so fun to hang out with. So join us on the show today. We'll talk about my trip maybe after the break. How's that sound?
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Fox World Travel. Lots more to come. We'll do it after this on 620 WTMJ.
Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Got an old boat, a new boat in between. Kendor Marine, upholstery and parts, hard to find things. Kendor Marine. Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Everything you need but the water. Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Like a boat-loving kid in a candy store. Kendor Marine. If you have a question, we have the expertise at Kendor Marine. Hey boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water.
Easy to find at 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin or at KendorMarine.com.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bella Mare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bella Mare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The Census Bureau says more than 12,000 Americans turn 65 each day. It's a surge they call Peak 65, the highest number in history. Some Annex clients retire early. Some keep working because they love it. You know why? Because they've got custom plans built by fee-only fiduciaries. They identified their wants and needs, and we went to work. We want to do the same for you. Annex does financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Visit AnnexWealth.com and click the Get Started button.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano talking with Dr. Mike Nolte at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Doc, a lot of people are hesitant to visit a surgeon for spine care.
The good news is that the vast majority of patients that I see and the majority of conditions that I can see can be successfully treated without surgery. And I don't want patients to think that just because you're seeing a spine surgeon means that you're going to be signing up for surgery. We talk about in my clinic kind of a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C.
Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. OrthoWisconsin.com.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
We are in Oshkosh at the EAA. We're like in the convention center. The museum's just to the west of us. Rose Gray.
Hey.
Thanks for inviting me as always.
I know. Well, somebody's got to operate this heavy machinery here.
You know what somebody asked me the other day? What's Rose Gray like to travel with?
Oh.
I said, it's awesome. You make it easy.
Oh, perfect.
Like, you handle this is the thing I love about you. You handle everything with calm, which is what leaders do.
Yeah, my stomach is churning and my heart is pounding, but I'm good.
But nobody knows that.
Nobody knows that.
That's why I love traveling with you, and we're going to do that a couple times next year. But we added this trip because I said to you, I think we were on Gene's trip in Scotland. I go, we got to get out of the winter. And you said, how about Cancun?
And then I remember a conversation you and I had.
Yeah,
I have to bring this up. When I first met Steve, he goes, Mexico? Who wants to go to Mexico? And I said, Las Vegas. Who wants to go to Las Vegas?
Me.
Okay.
Me.
So it was my job to find the perfect resort to take Steve and Kathy too, along with about 45 or 50 listeners, and let him experience why we love Cancun so much. So you think we did a good job picking out a resort?
Yeah, Secrets Divine, Cancun, all-inclusive, adults only.
Yes.
The best of the best. The rooms are spectacular. Obviously, Cancun's gorgeous. I know enough about Mexico and Cancun to know that's the case. And it's February. I know what the weather in Wisconsin's like. I said to you today, we will sell this trip out today at this event.
Right, and we have to let people know, and again, we're trying not to give you the hard sell here, but we have to release the rooms that we don't sell next Friday.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give any rooms back.
I don't either, because
No.
I just was talking to people that signed up yesterday. We want to get this thing done so we can start focusing on the fun part of it, which is sort of the things that we do. So tell people what a trip with me is like.
So Scaffidi thinks every day is a game day. So we're either going to do Ask Steve Anything, or we're going to do a trivia question,
contest.
or he always, and then he has swag to give away as well.
Yeah, don't tell the bosses, although
okay.
I'm telling the bosses right now that I lift swag during the course. I borrow. Yeah, thank you, Gene. I borrow swag throughout and then I give it away on the trip. So.
Yeah, and if you've never been to an all-inclusive, which Steve is not, when it says all-inclusive, they're not kidding around. I mean, every meal, every drink, every non-motorized water sport, entertainment galore. The things you pay for are spa treatments, motorized water sports, and some excursions. But other than that, you want for nothing. And it's called Secrets Divine for a reason, because their focus is wine.
And you know I love wine.
I know you love wine.
Because we were in Tuscany together and we both experienced that thrill.
Exactly. So, again, not hard sell, but I'm just telling you, Friday we got to give rooms back. I know we're going to get a bunch of booking on Gene Miller's trip as well today, because I'm telling you, 800 plus people signed up for this event. So even if we have 700 people today, you know we've got a big audience here.
I remember last year we were in Appleton?
In Neenah.
In Neenah. We sold stuff for one of my trips this year.
Right.
There.
Yes.
So people just, because they want to know what you're like. They want to, the rest of the morning I'm going to be meeting people, talking to them. And they go, oh, he's not such a grouchy old man.
I never called you a
actually
grouchy
like
old
him.
man.
And then you get people to go on your trip with, and they realize they'll find out about you.
Exactly.
All right, so how do they find out? How do they do this today?
So today, if you're here, it's 855-616-1620. Send us a text and say, I want to talk to somebody. I bet I could get one of our advisors to call you today because we've got booking agents here right now. So you want to sign up? I could probably hook you up. Send a message, 855-616-1620.
And here's my promise to you, because I remember we had the tattoo for the Hawaii trip, which sold out in like a week or whatever. That was 50-some people. This one's a little bit smaller, but we're going to do an hour of live radio in Cancun.
Now that we know how to do it.
Now that we know how to do it. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But that's part of this trip. So if you want to be part of that experience, that's part of this as well. All right, we're going to take a break. Gene's going to jump back on the headset. We got questions for Rose. There's always questions for Rose when you go do one of these shows, right? Fires in Portugal, wait list stuff. We'll get to all of that as we march through the Fox World Travel Show from EAA, from Oshkosh, on this somewhat less than spectacular weather day in Wisconsin, but we're used to it. That's why you travel. You get out of this stuff. All right, quick break. 620 WTMJ.
Planning a getaway? Reserve a parking space that includes superior service and value. Exec Park is the only local family-owned valet parking serving travelers using Mitchell Field for over 42 years. Exec Park has an even greater deal for a limited time just for WTMJ fans. It's just $8.50 a day with cash payment when you mention WTMJ. To get terrific valet parking at this amazing rate, make your required parking reservation today. Call 414-747-1000 or visit execpark.com and tell them you're a fan of WTMJ.
Welcome back to Ask Hassleus.
That big online store has special days with ridiculously low prices, so why don't you?
We do.
You do? When?
Every day. Our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Free next day delivery, too.
Wow.
Yeah. Plus, through Monday, get a free box spring or take an equal amount off an adjustable base.
I guess you could say that now is a prime time to buy.
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hassleus.com.
It's WTMJ's Kristen Bry from Mission 94 Firearms Education Center in Kenosha. Look, I've never been a gun person, but I figured we have guns in the home, so it was finally time to learn how to safely load and shoot. So I went to Mission 94 with an open mind and ended up having a blast. Mission 94 is a welcoming environment for everyone at any experience level, including me. I love how they prioritize education and training, and the staff, they made me feel so comfortable in their state-of-the-art facility. Check it out for yourself. Just Google Mission 94.
Bank 5-9 has a mission to make lives better. They make it a priority to give back to their customers, communities, and their employees. In fact, Bank 5-9 was just honored again by the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel as a top workplace. That makes 16 years in a row. Want to learn more about working with the great people at Bank 5-9? Visit bank59.com/careers. Equal Opportunity Employer, member FDIC.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
The one, the only Rose Gray, the fantastic travel impresario. What other titles do you have?
Queen of Travel.
Queen of Travel.
Grand Poobah of Travel.
Well, that makes perfect sense because next to me is Gene Miller, the king of radio, a radio legend. And I'm going to hand him the headset because you guys are going to answer some questions, and I'll take it back for news. So the official handoff is happening right now.
Okay. We're getting really good at this.
Good thing my dandruff is in remission. So we want to do some questions, Rose? You want to do this first?
So we've got one that's related to Portugal, so let's address that.
Yeah, how are the fires in Portugal affecting travel?
Well, we're going to find out because Colleen is there right now. So she's on a plane. She's boarding a plane this afternoon to get there. We're going to find out. So what we've been following along with this because obviously this is of a concern. And we in Wisconsin feel a little bit like we kind of know what to expect. Did we not have some of that this summer?
All summer. Anytime it got cool, it got smoky.
Exactly. And so it's contained. It was 275,000 hectares. So hectares?
We'll go with that.
Okay. So it's a lot of area, but it's in the northern part, and it causes extreme heat, and it obviously the smoky conditions and all that kind of a thing. I want everybody to understand that when we book with any partner, and we've got partners here galore, right? We've got, 20-something vendors. Right behind me is the list of them. And one of those vendors is Globus family of brands. And I can speak to that because Gene's trip will be on Avalon Waterways, and Steve Sicily's trip, which leaves on October 3rd, is with Globus family of brands. We partner with these people because we trust them. We've got an arrangement with them where if something wasn't safe, we would never do it. If there would be respiratory issues, we would be advising you before we would even go, saying, this could probably be something that could be covered. If we would be entering an area where your breathing quality would be compromised, we're not going to make you go there. The other thing is we're on a cruise ship. We're on a riverboat. And so I feel like that would lessen the smoke effect on the water. So I feel like we've got it covered, but trust me, we will never, ever, ever send anybody to a place that is unsafe or unhealthy.
And we also have the luxury of time. We go May 30th. That's
right.
when we depart. So we got a lot of time between now and then, and hopefully they can get their arms and everything else around this situation and take care of it.
Right. It's happening now, and it was really prevalent in July, and it's now kind of coming to an end. And yes, it's catastrophic, and yes, it's very sad, but it's not something we can't overcome. We have another question. We are on the wait list for the Fall Swift Splendor by rail in September. If nothing opens us for us, where else can I look for this trip? The only trip I found is Vacations by Rail. Well, that is one of those trips where we're also using one of our partners. And so they offer that small group trip all the time, and that's Globus family of brands. And so if that is in fact what you want to do, reach out to one of the advisors. Now, if you're first on the wait list, it might clear. If you're 13th on the wait list, I don't know. So you can actually ask your advisor to find out where you are on the wait list, and then you can feel more comfortable about making a decision.
There's always questions when I do the show about TSA and that whole process. So for folks who are listening today on the radio, and anybody who's listening in the audience here, the changes that have happened recently, what's going on there? I know there's some shoe stuff that's changed. What's the latest?
Well, we don't have to take our shoes off anymore.
Well, that's good.
And so that's really a good thing. I still am a big, big fan of TSA PreCheck. Why wouldn't you get that? But then if you're going to take that step, why not go get Global Entry, which is an all-encompassing program that not only gives you the TSA PreCheck, but also gives you the wherewithal. I'm telling you right now, when we came into O'Hare on Tuesday night, that line used to be awfully empty. More and more people are getting Global Entry, so it's getting a little longer.
I've been in O'Hare with you, and when you have that, you just whip through.
Yeah.
It is unbelievably fast.
You don't even have to take your passport out. You stand in front of a little camera, facial recognition, they hand you a card, away you go.
All right, this one, somebody said I should ask you this yesterday when I saw them. The rules for driver's license and your passport. Like, how soon before they expire should you be working on that?
So a passport, we say give yourself at least 3 months to go through that process. Because the processing for renewals right now is 4 to 8 weeks. Now, everybody I've talked to who has done it online is getting them in 4 days after they've done it online.
No kidding.
If you do it the old school way and you go to a passport office, I know Gene and Luann are about to renew, and they're probably going to do old school. So we'll have even more information because he's going to have firsthand
Are you saying
experience.
Gene's an old school guy?
He's a paper man. He wants to have that physical thing. So what's going to happen is if you send it off, they're going to return your passport defaced. And if you do it online, the passport is rendered unusable, not valid, the moment they receive your application.
All right, so driver's license. Somebody asked me about this, like, how much time?
Yeah. So you can walk into any AAA office and you can get an international driver's license.
Okay.
So that
easy.
takes no time. We used to not say it was that big of a deal, and if I was going to do any driving in any international destination, I'd get an international driver's license.
She is Rose Gray. Gene Miller to my radio right. I guess that's what they say in the sports world. We'll do it here when we're talking about travel. We're at the EAA Fox World Travel annual meeting. It is like amazing. Here's 800 people, I heard.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do a news update with Elizabeth Linton. We'll hand it off to her. We'll get back to your questions. 855-616-1620. If you have a travel question for Rose or Gene or me, take it away, Elizabeth.
Hey, guys. New information in a crash that killed 3 people on Milwaukee's West Side Tuesday. According to the criminal complaint, a 17-year-old girl was allegedly driving the car that was fleeing police when it ran a red light near 35th and Valete. 19-year-old Trayvon Loston was allegedly pointing a gun at the driver of the van, telling her not to stop for law enforcement. The crash killed a 50-year-old mother and her 2 sons, ages 21 and 15, as they were heading home from a soccer practice. A 16-year-old was also in the car and corroborated that story. A unique question will be asked of jurors in the pending criminal trial of Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan. Dugan is set to go to trial in December on federal criminal charges that accuse her of obstructing immigration agents that were trying to arrest an undocumented Mexican immigrant outside her courtroom earlier this year. Prospective jurors will be asked about their news sources and past political activities. If convicted of the charges levied against her, Dugan could be sentenced for up to 6 years in prison. A 13-year-old student is under arrest after bringing a fake firearm into Butler Middle School in Waukesha on Friday. Waukesha police say they arrested the student after another student spotted the fake weapon in a backpack and reported it to a teacher. It turned out to be a toy gun which shoots gel beads. The student faces charges of possession of a dangerous weapon other than a firearm on school grounds. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We're all still seeing that construction closure over at the Hale interchange. Other than that, though, no major incidents, no major delays.
Traffic is sponsored by Richlands Tire and Service Center.
Richlands Tire and Service Centers. 5 locations and all easy to find. Visit richlands.com when you're due for service.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, scattered showers and storms, partly sunny, high of 73 at the lake, 78 inland. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy, scattered storms, low of 63. Tomorrow, more scattered showers and storms, partly sunny, high of 75. Monday, scattered showers, mostly cloudy, high of 75. Tuesday, chance of showers and storms, high of 73. Wednesday, sunny and cloudy, high of 68. Right now in Madison, it's 67, in Waukesha, it's 68, and in Milwaukee, it is 70 degrees. I'm Elizabeth Linton, and Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 9:32.
This year, it just feels different.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Listen to WTMJ as the Brewers make their charge to the postseason. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin and featured by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
John Mercure here for Landworks Wisconsin. Are you looking at your yard and thinking about what could be? Not just new flowers, but a complete vision? A beautiful stone patio that flows into a winding garden path, leading to the perfect spot for a fire pit. Landworks Wisconsin specializes in bringing those big ideas to life. From the initial sketch to the final planting, their expert team manages the entire project, ensuring your new outdoor living space, the patios, the walls, the gardens, all work together in one seamless, stunning design. Start your transformation today at landworkswisconsin.com.
Your first date? Going well. The carnival? Cash only. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you, with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. So when you decide to win that giant stuffed purple raccoon at $5 a throw, we're looking out for you. No matter how many throws it takes. You've got this. With 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Imagine that unbelievable new deck in your backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck builder. Building new decks and replacing old ones, creating that $1 million feeling every time you relax in your own backyard. Looking for a company to make your backyard scream wow? Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom and visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Shop smarter with Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan, just a few seconds across the Wisconsin border. Award-winning, organically grown, quality products you can trust. Don't settle for knockoffs in Wisconsin. Get the real deal at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
The Brewers are ready for fall. As for the Cardinals, well, they fell off a long time ago.
0-2 pitch is a ground ball to third. Ranging to his left is Durbin. Field spins and throws to first in time to get Pajes.
The Brewers take on the Cardinals at Busch Stadium. Our coverage starts tonight at 5 with Brewers warm-up. We are your home for the Milwaukee Brewers. WTMJ. Tune in to Wisconsin's Midday News with Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty.
President Trump is asking the Supreme Court to allow him to fire Lisa Cook, a member of the Federal Reserve's Board of Governors.
Bringing you the latest in news, sports, traffic, and weather.
The city of Milwaukee's fight against reckless driving is slowly leading to results. That's according to new data from the Department of Public Works.
Every weekday from noon until 3 p.m. Only on WTMJ. Plan a perfect vacation, no matter your budget. This is the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Oh, she is Rose Gray. We are at the Fox World Travel Show in beautiful Oshkosh, Wisconsin. The day is not that great, but you know what? It's been beautiful for so long, but we'll get used to that stuff. If you have a travel plan or an idea, Fox is the best for doing all of that. They can, from start to finish, they'll make your experience worthwhile. And Rose, what I love about this event, I'm going to hand the headset to Gene in a little bit here, but you meet the people that are going on these trips, and they all say the same thing. Smooth as possible, worked well. I just talked to somebody who's going on a Disney thing. They're starting in Disney Paris, going across the Atlantic, and then finishing up at Disney in Florida.
Yikes!
Whoa! That's some Disney. That is some Disney there for you.
Yeah, they're Disney lovers.
All right, so you have a question, 855-616-1620 as we wind through the travel show. I'm going to hand the headset off to Gene. Take it away, Rose.
So while they're handing that off, I'm going to read this question. Going to London the first week in October, looking for a private driver for airport pickup and drop-off and a private driver for the day out to the Cotswolds. Can you recommend anyone? What I can recommend is that you give Fox World Travel a call at 866-GO-FOX-GO, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We work with a number of what we call destination management companies that, just like all of the partners here today, have been vetted by Fox World Travel. They're partners for a reason, because we know them, we trust them, we love them, and we can do everything that you've asked for. We can give you the private transfers, we can give you the Cotswold experience. And so to say a name of a company, I wouldn't do that. What I would do is direct you to one of our advisors. Or you can always send an online inquiry to foxworldtravel.com. That go to our website. There's a little thing that says plan your trip and do an inquiry. One of the other questions, Gene, is about foreign currency. Now, this particular traveler is going to Costa Rica. That's very similar to a Mexico or a Jamaica or the Dominican Republic, where I don't think it's that critical that you get foreign currency. But when we go on our Europe trips, we feel very strongly about making sure that we've got euros.
Certainly, yeah. Leave the country with some in pocket or purse, because it just makes life easier. And then you can take it from there. They're easy to get. Our bank handles it. I'm sure many other banks handle it for you. Just give them enough notice, enough time, maybe 2 weeks up, maybe longer, depending on where exactly you're going. But euros are a very easy thing to get and easy to change.
And this is what I tell people. They say, well, what will I need it for? Because almost everything's included, or I can use my major credit card. Yep, that's absolutely true. But you're going to want to tip people. We're tippers, right? I like to do this role reversal. If you were providing a service from somebody from Portugal who came to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and they gave you their foreign currency, you'd have to take the time to go to the bank to change it. Now, you've tipped them, but you've just given them work to do. So I'm a fan of having some of the local currency when I arrive.
Yeah, it's a modern world, and it's a very fixable issue. You can do it, and it'll just endear you to the locals and make life a lot easier, and to get that smile back for giving somebody a solid for them doing you something in turn. Yeah, it's just a great feeling. It's part of the experience.
One of the things we always get questions on, Rose, is the solo traveler thing. And I think when you talk to people, not everybody has the same situation. They don't know can they travel. Like somebody asked about the Cancun trip. Can you be a solo traveler on that? It's never easy, but there are places and opportunities for that.
Right, and not only that, that's another one of the benefits of group travel. You're not alone. You're with a group. And if you travel with a Gene or a Steve, you're never going to be alone. They're going to make sure that you are part of the group and you're dining with people and nobody's leaving you in the lurch.
I always tell people, I tell this joke on the first, we usually haven't asked Steve anything when we gather for the first time, and I say, if you need me to, I will literally read you to sleep. The door, if you're a single traveler, the door will be open. Just, we want to make it everything's cool. I will literally read you to sleep if that's what you need. But I don't want anyone to have a bad time. We're going to do whatever it takes.
You know what I love? I'm looking out in the audience. Single traveler, solo traveler, right there. 3 solo travelers. They became friends, and they came to this event today. They'll still continue to travel solo because that's what they want to do, but now they've made a little cluster of friends. I love it.
Look, you're putting people together, Rose.
That is what.
Do you ever think about running for office?
Skeletons in the closet, my friend.
Why does that not surprise me? She is Rose Gray, Gene Miller to my right. We are at the Fox World Travel Show in beautiful Oshkosh at the EAA. Get those questions coming in, 855-616-1620. Quick break. Lots more to get to on this Saturday right here on 620 WTMJ.
There I was outside doing some yard work when I noticed my neighbor looking over his windows. He's climbing up and down his ladder, and I hear him holler to his wife, "Honey, we're gonna need a few new windows." So I took a walk over and said, "Hi Ron, do you mind if I take a look?" He said, "Go right ahead." And I said, the window itself, which is the framework to the glass here, looks fine. And the sill, which is the bottom of the framework, that's fine too. It's the glass that needs replacing. The seal must be broke, and that lets in the moisture we're seeing. That's why your windows are fogging up. And he said, "So I don't need new windows?" And I said, "No, actually, if you want, I can have the glass replaced and they'll basically be as good as new. And believe me, it'll cost you a lot less than replacing these." This is Stacy Sinks with Les's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
You have never been to an all-inclusive resort? Well, neither have I. Hi, it's WTMJ's Steve Scaffidi, and this winter, we're going to rectify that. My wife, Kathy, and I have teamed up with Fox World Travel to check another travel wish item off our list, and you are invited to join us. We'll be flying nonstop from Milwaukee to sunny Cancun and staying at the ultra-chic luxury resort Secrets the Vine. This adults-only all-inclusive resort offers unlimited luxury where so much is included. Best-in-class service, gourmet a la carte restaurants, top shelf drinks, 24-hour room and concierge service, endless day and nighttime activities, and more. Come with us, soak up the sun on the beach or one of 3 sparkling infinity pools, enjoy sommelier-led wine tasting, or explore the Cancun area. You know my trips sell out fast, so if you want more information about the February festivities, contact a travel advisor at Fox by calling 866-GO-FOX-GO or their fabulous website, foxworldtravel.com.
When you breathe well, you live better. Find out more at adventknows.com.
When storms hit, your roof is your home's first line of defense. Is your roof older? Is it ready? A small leak today can mean big trouble tomorrow. Wood rot, drywall damage, mold, costly repairs. Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's roofing masters. We install high-quality roofs built to last. With the strongest warranties and complete roofing replacement experts, our crews work clean, quick, and with unmatched attention to detail. The products we use are made to last. The combination of our products and our team have been time-tested and prove Siding Unlimited is the best at roofing homes to battle Wisconsin's harsh weather. Call 262-567-4513 today or visit sidingunlimited.com to protect your home and give yourself and your family peace of mind. Siding Unlimited has you covered.
Gotta get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Rose has stepped away, so sitting in, because she's always getting people to join us. So Mike Heck is sitting in, VP of Supplier Solutions. Mike, here's a question from the 563 on the text line. Rockford and American Airlines have a new arrangement with TSA to go through TSA screening at RFD, Rockford, and they bus you to O'Hare, bypassing TSA at O'Hare. How does this work? Mike?
Perfect. A little bit different question than I thought, but they're doing pre-clearing in Rockford.
Yeah.
And then once you're on the bus, you are at that point a secure traveler, and then they take you right to O'Hare and you can get on your international flight. I thought one of the questions also was a new process that American has created. It's called One-Stop Security. It's set up only for travelers currently flying from London Heathrow to Dallas. They clear you at the gate in Dallas. so you don't have to go through the normal customs facility. So you are able to make a connection to a domestic flight much quicker.
Don't you think this is going to happen more and more? So the airports and even countries coordinate, so you don't constantly bog down at these checkpoints.
100%. And as a reminder, if you're flying from Canada back to the U.S., you pre-clear customs in Canada. So all of these ideas take time to kind of formulate and get down pat. But this is really, really good for travel in the United States and quite honestly globally, because people will be able to clear customs much quicker, go through customs quicker and get to the connecting flight. They always have to start with a test city to make sure it works, to make sure it's safe, and to make sure the process is efficient before they expand it to other markets.
I love talking to subject matter experts. You qualify for that, man. That's good stuff.
Once in a while, I hit a home run.
Dude, you just showed up instead of dropping knowledge on everybody when in a live travel situation.
It's all good. Back to Rose.
Back to Rose, great. If you have questions, 855-616-1620. As I'm going through these roads, there's always things about global entry, and we were just talking about the whole passport thing. I always tell people, your job is to make it as easy as possible for those people to do their jobs.
Exactly. So we're going to Kenya.
You're going to Kenya?
I'm going to Kenya.
When are you going there?
Right during the World Series, when I'm going to miss it all.
What's wrong with you,
I don't
Rose?
know.
You're a Brewers fan.
I know. But anyway, so we got to get an e-visa. We've got to apply for a visa, and that's what we're going to do, right? And so we honestly take videos of me doing it, or we send you a YouTube clip of somebody actually doing it so you can see how easy it is, because some people find that very daunting. They are very scared about that. Gene and I had to do it for London. Oh, right now, if you're doing anything to the UK, and we were just in Scotland in June, well, Steve, you did it too, but you don't have a headset now, so you can't talk. So, how easy was it?
It's an app, and you take a picture. That was the hardest part for me because I'm technology challenged, but we figured it out, my wife and I. It's very simple, and once you have it, you're in. You're good to go.
And you think it's the word visa that scares people?
Sure.
I think that's what it is. So I don't know. But nobody at Fox would ever say to you, well, you moron, you can't figure it out. We'd say, I understand why this would be concerning to you. Let us help you with that.
You are correct. No one ever called me a moron from Fox World Travel.
We would not do that.
I always tell people, you are the nicest people to work with. And then when I showed up here today, there's like 50 of you. Everybody's pleasant. They're saying hi to me. They don't know me. They know my voice, but they don't know me.
No.
But that's Fox World Travel.
That's Fox World Travel. And you still can get in on the action. Actually,
you can just show up.
We're here till 1 o'clock this afternoon. I'm looking out of these amazing windows at an amazing venue, EAA. If you've never been, I encourage it. But there's nothing else going on. You can't get in that last round of golf. You can't go boating. It's crummy outside.
So for people who have never been to one of these, what are they experiencing? We talked about at the beginning, but refresh.
Okay, so you're seeing people walking around with big bags. What's that about? So you're going to get a bag, and in it's going to be your free Bloody Mary coupon, and there's going to be a list of all the breakouts we're doing right now as we speak. We're on the second level. Below us are breakout rooms. Gene, Steve, and myself are going to be in one of those breakout rooms pretty quickly, and there also will be Sandals people will be talking to you, and Globus Family of Brands people will be talking to you. Viking River Cruises will be talking to you. And so we've made them really brief. We give them 15 minutes to speak and show off, and 5 minutes to answer questions. And let me tell you, there are people down there with whips. They will get you out and back on the track as fast as possible. We've got donuts. We've got Bloody Marys. We've got giveaways galore. And unlike last year, which was a fabulous, fabulous event, but we could only have 350 people there because it was a smaller venue. So this year we've got more. And unlike last year, where you had to stay until the end to win, and if you win, you win. And if you're not here, we will bring that prize to the closest office to you, and you can go pick it up.
And we got to get you down closer to me, Milwaukee.
Okay.
Big show in the Milwaukee area.
So we do 2 next year, one in the Valley, because everybody knows, why are we in Oshkosh? Because that's where our headquarters are. Why?
I thought it was close to your house.
No, I live in Sheboygan County. But why are we in Oshkosh, Wisconsin? Because in 1960, Mr. Harold Yeatus started a travel agency that is still going strong 65 years later.
Rose Gray, travel expert and historian, right here on 620 WTMJ Fox World Travel Show. We're gonna do our top 3. I'm gonna ask you the top 3 travel questions that you always get after the break on 620 WTMJ. Sound good?
Got it.
All right, quick break.
Bank 5-9 has a mission to make lives better. They make it a priority to give back to their customers, communities, and their employees. In fact, Bank 5 was just honored again by the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel as a top workplace. That makes 16 years in a row. Want to learn more about working with the great people at Bank 5? Visit bank59.com/careers. Equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Half a century of marketing expertise joined with over 20 years of local market knowledge. Not to mention the savings you'll see after you get our best commission right up front, which, by the way, is only 1.9% on the listing side of your home. Join that together and you can be sure that you've chosen the right real estate experts who have the experience to market your home effectively and give you a commission that'll end up paying for things like new furniture. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. They saved over $50,000 after we sold their home at only 1.9%. You don't have to pay 6% to market and sell your home. Hundreds of Century 21 Benefit Realty clients will attest. You can get it all for only 1.9%. The more value your home has, the more important it is to find the best real estate commission and the marketing ability to get top dollar. And with Century 21 behind us, that's what we have. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Catch the final battle of the regular season. The Brewers host the Reds Friday, September 26th through Sunday, September 28th. Get in on Fan Appreciation Night and a tumbler giveaway on Saturday the 27th. Close out the regular season with the Crew. Get your tickets at brewers.com.
It's WTMJ's Kristen Bry from Mission 94 Firearms Education Center in Kenosha. Look, I've never been a gun person, but I figured we have guns in the home, so it was finally time to learn how to safely load and shoot. So I went to Mission 94 with an open mind and ended up having a blast. Mission 94 is a welcoming environment for everyone at any experience level, including me. I love how they prioritize education and training, and the staff, they made me feel so comfortable in their state-of-the-art facility. Check it out for yourself. Just Google Mission 94.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Before you pack your suitcase, hear from the experts. Here's more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
And we are live in Oshkosh at the EAA. We got a plane right above us here. I have Rose Gray to my radio left, Gene Miller, radio legend, to my radio right, and we'll hear from Gene in a second. Rose, your top three maybe travel questions that you always get on the show or when you're out and about or when you're traveling?
Okay, so number one is, how do you pack for these trips? First of all, I know the listening audience is sick of this, but I talk about packing cubes all the time. If you don't know about packing cubes, you need to know about packing cubes.
Okay, so for the uninitiated, what does that mean?
So they're little nylon, typically zippered, compartmentalized containers. And if you know how to use these things well, underwear, socks in one, T-shirts in another, pants in another, that kind of a thing, you can live life in the best way when you're traveling. Because who wants to walk into that room and everything is flung all out of your suitcase and you knew you had the shirt you were going to wear and you're digging and throwing and...
All right, be honest. Do most people overpack?
Everybody overpacks. You could leave a third of what you... Lay it all out and they say half. I don't know why I would say half, but say, do you know how... Because on our group trips, typically you're not schlepping your own bag. We've got porters to do that, but you still got to take it through the airport. You still got to get it on and off the motor coach and those kinds of things. And so you got to schlep that bag. And yes, I know you get 50 pounds. 50 pounds is a lot.
Here's the one for me. You don't need 4 sweatshirts. If you're bringing something because it's going to be cold, bring one sweatshirt.
Right. Nobody cares how many times you wore the same outfit.
No one
Unless
cares.
you spilled spaghetti sauce or red wine all the way down, then it's
all right, what's
probably
another big one?
Where's your favorite destination?
Yeah.
And I used to be cocky and say my next trip because I don't know what my favorite one is. But one trip that will always wow me will be South Africa. Because
you've been a couple times, right?
I've done 4 South African safaris.
What's the best thing about it?
The wildlife. The wildlife will blow your mind. It's you can see them in a zoo, but when you are up close and that personal, it's absolutely. And then the other thing I get is there some place you haven't been that you want to go? Nepal. Greenland.
You're going to climb the...
I'm
Everest? You're going to climb Everest?
Not at all. Do I look like a girl that's going to
I don't know.
No, but I want to go some trekking. I do want to see. My sister has worked for a nonprofit for a dozens of years and goes yearly or went yearly, and I would love to do that. I think Tibet's off the radar for a little while. I've only been to St. Petersburg, Russia. I'd like to do more Russia.
Is that off the table right now? It still is.
Yep, yeah. Right now. I've never done Israel. My Israel was canceled because of what's going on, and in my lifetime, I may not ever get to go.
When people ask you the favorite destination, I always say it's the next place I haven't been to.
Yeah.
Because I go to places because I want to go there, so I've experienced that. What's the thing I haven't? Like Great Wall of China, I have to go touch that wall.
Very good. Steve likes touching old things. I don't know if we ever talk about that, and then we don't know how Kathy feels about that.
I'm curious what Gene thinks his favorite destination would be.
I've been so fortunate to see so much of the world, a lot of it with Fox World Travel. And, I think that's a great answer, Steve. The best destination is the next one that you wanted to see, the one that's on your list that you want to get to before you get the go years, the slow years, and the no years when you get to be this age. So you pack in as much as you can.
Yeah, and as my boss says all the time, don't let the old man in. Yes. You know what? You got to keep moving. And you don't, if you have a fear or you have an anxiety, we can address those things. We're going to be honest with you. We're going to tell you why we've chosen that destination. And you know what? Every destination Fox World Travel chooses for our group departures isn't for everybody. We understand that. That is why a huge part of our company is about customized travel itineraries. You've got this dream. You're going to be in a villa in Tuscany with your special someone, and you've got this all planned out. We can make those things happen. That's what we do. Or another one of my most favorite things is family trips. Somebody gets together and desperately wants to take all the kids to, and it doesn't have to be Disney World, although Disney is here today. You want to talk Disney, Frank Westfall's here. Disney, he just celebrated 30 years with Disney.
Wow.
Yeah. So, we've got that. But it could be a trip to Cancun to an all-inclusive. It could be all of those things. And so don't think of us as just your groups. Remember, we do business travel, meeting and incentives travel, and vacation travel, which I say is the sexy side of the business. And within that, we've got group travel, and we've got destination weddings. And so we've got lots going on.
If Portugal is a destination for you, I hope you'll join my wife, Luann, and I, May 30th through June 10th of next year. We're going to do Portugal as only Fox World Travel can do it. We're going to start with a stop 3 days in Lisbon and then up to the Douro River in a wine cruise on a riverboat. And if you've never done the riverboat experience, please join us. I'd love to teach you the beauty of the riverboat and the beauty of Portugal.
And I've got my trip to Cancun in February 1st through the 8th. You got to sign up now. And I told Rose my plan is to close it out today. We're going to get all those. People are asking me about it. We want people to sign up today. 866-GO-FOX-GO. FoxWorldTravel.com, group trips. What's the fancy name for it? The winter.
Oh, we have a fancy name for it.
The winter come along with Steve Scaffidi 2020-26. Just say put Scaffidi and it probably gets you there, right?
Right, and what's going to end up happening is these really are going to sell out. So he who hesitates is lost. You're going to be out of luck because there are 800 plus people coming to this event today, and we're going to be talking to them about these trips and many, many more.
Rose Gray, thanks for inviting us, Rose Gray, to Oshkosh for the great Fox World
Thanks for making
party.
Gene and Steve drove up from Milwaukee for this.
Yeah.
At the crack of dawn.
I was up very early this morning.
Yeah?
I'm an early riser. I'm an old man and not grouchy, as you like to say.
No.
All right. Let's do it again sometime. I love doing the Fox World Travel
I think we will,
show.
and maybe we'll bring this show to your neighborhood soon.
And if you're within earshot, stop by. We're at EAA. Easy to find, right?
Yeah.
Oshkosh. All right. This has been the Fox World Travel Show. Thank you. Sign up for those trips. The news is coming up right here on 620 WTMJ.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma Brands.
Hey, boater!